Alright. Another ice-covered map. Looks like a little bit more forgiving than our other maps, though. Definitely some usable territory here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can make some of this work. In a lot of different ways, we can make a lot of this work, actually. There's some interesting plays to be made. Okay. A lot of different things available. Sheesh. It's actually insane. Alright. I'm just going to try this. It's really early. Scavenger found it on a bunch of aluminum, so we're just going to sell out of that very quickly. I'm just going to sell down silicon as well. And hope that I end up okay, despite my very large amount of debt. Yep, that's what you get for founding Scavenger right there. Punished. There is no other word for it, just straight up punished. I'm going to buy back into steel with all my excess cash I've got sitting around at this point. Try and make it a little bit more difficult for Bradbury to really get that upgrade going.
Your new design for the colony layout is
let's see, let's grab one aluminum for ourselves, I think. And then I think I'm going to try the two glass furnaces thing again. My other option is to secure some water, but there is quite a bit of that. So... And no pirates this game, though. It makes it an interesting question. But I think the glass furnace thing will be a bit better. So let's just make that happen. It is a bit expensive on the steel, isn't it? 40 steel. But that's not the worst thing ever. Purely because it kind of keeps that steel price high for this expansive player. And makes his life just a little bit more difficult. Which is okay. We're okay with that kind of thing. I forgot, once again, to do the whole auto supply thing, so let's get that done. On the glass furnaces, at least. Sell down just a little steel to get that up, then buy the steel back. New claim. I can't actually compete for this, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to make everybody else pay attention. I left my coffee somewhere else. I'm very sad.
12,000, 16,000.
It's very sad.
20,000.
I really regret that, because I love using auctions this time to get my coffee sipped. Oh well, I have water still. It's just not the same, guys. But that's okay. Gotta sell a little bit of steel to go ahead and feed these glass furnaces the oxygen they're going to require. As you can see, they're making a decent amount of money. Unfortunately, people taking the water right next to me, which is very sad. It was a good water patch, but there are these other water patches I think I'll be able to go ahead and use, so maybe it's not the end of the world. It's just sad. It's just a little bit sad is all. Okay, our expansive player is managing to move into some steel mills, which is good for him. He's definitely got the iron for it, no question about that. And Black Market Online, do we want to risk an adrenaline boost? Do we take that risk? I don't think so. I think what I'd actually like to do is go ahead and grab a goon squad. Drop it there. That's a lot of money spent already, this game. But it helps protect me when I'm in a position of strength. And I'd like to hold on to that if at all possible. Not selling down glass anytime soon, I don't think, unless I absolutely have to. I can still actually take this water. He only took the one tile. So that's kind of okay. Okay, he is selling steel at this point, almost certainly. So I'm going to go ahead and sell steel down to grab up some aluminum while it's a little bit on the cheap. And we're just about to the point where we can really look at pushing to an expansion before long. There you go. That'll do it. Grab these. There are magnetic storms available, so I have to be a little bit careful with these. But they are definitely usable, I think, these 3 farm positions. This should be okay for me. You can see that steel price kind of tanking right now as the expansive player sells down a bucket load of it, but that just means the glass price is going up. So it's kind of okay. Let's see. Definitely get this farm down. I think we're in an okay spot. We're not brilliant. We're not amazing. But we are in a functional position, I would say. Unfortunately, Clark was like already in food, which is just a very strange decision to me. And somebody has a goon squad, so it's probably him. I guess it's because he has no carbon, right? He had to do something weird this game, but food's still holding on all right. So maybe we'll be okay. I'm going to start sending food now. Try and stagger these out just a little bit. Basically, as soon as I'm sure one has landed and is secure, like right there, I'm going to send another one. And I'm just going to try and time these out so I only ever have one in the air at a time is going to be the basic goal. There goes another. It may not work out completely, but I think we can get them separated enough that it'll be functional. Now, if I want to expand, I should be able to just sell down glass and make that happen. So that's what we're going to do. Then I'm just going to grab reactors out here. And I'll go through the same process with them. It won't be quite as effective. But I'll just do basically the same idea with them. Let's see. I can sell down, what, aluminum a little bit? I never sold down my food, which sucks. Somebody got hit by a mutiny. Oh, I need power quite badly. I've been skipping power literally this entire time. That's not good, because I probably have stupidly high amounts of debt. Well, let's put down some power. I can't buy any new claims because they're kind of expensive. Oh, I can push to 1, it looks like. That's okay. Let's make sure we get this power online. Unfortunately, there's a dust storm on the way. So maybe we just switch into... I can't get new claims out there, but I can at least like get this done. I think it's a little better for the coming dust storm. I don't know how long it takes for that dust storm to hit. Debt's probably going to kill me this game because I ignored it for too long. I really should have done something about it instead of food. That would have been the smart decision. Those are boosted and frozen, which works for me. Come on, dust storm, get here faster. I'm actually paying attention to you for once. I can't believe I just forgot power this game. Like I was too interested in everything else I was doing to bother about the fact that none of my buildings had any power available to them. And if I had just done that instead of putting down food, I'd be in a much, much better spot this game, I think. Now I have to kind of worry about my low-ish stock price instead of just pushing and like building a patent lab and doing all those complicated, interesting things. I'm going to send one there. Just send both of them. Interestingly enough, they kind of cover each other up when you send them manually. Unfortunately, they're not quite spread out enough right now to really be in a great spot. But maybe we'll be okay anyway. Lots of adrenaline boost coming down. We should do something about that. There. Just poke a little bit. Make a thing happen. Can't afford that at all because look at my debt, seriously. Even with these two during a dust storm, like they're just so weak. They're only basic wind turbines right now. Like basic solo wind turbines is all they are. Whereas these guys, they're just barely under. Like I could have actually stuck with solar panels and I think they would have been more powerful. Or at least very similar. Nah, probably more powerful. No, this one's boosted. That's why it's so weird. Okay. Still, bit of an awkward situation. Why are we blowing up my glass furnace? How does that make any sense? That is actually such a bad play. I would never expect anybody in this game to do that play. It's awful. Unless, like, the only reason to do that is to literally test for a goon squad for later. That is the one reason I can come up with that play would make any degree of sense whatsoever. That's the sole logic there. It's sad, but I actually need an upgrade quite desperately just so I can put power down. Can't quite sell enough glass, I don't think. Oh, well, actually, Silicon went totally nuts. I don't know what's going on. Oh, somebody's shorting it. That would explain it. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. And then maybe what I do with this upgrade is put power down like out here and then try to just link those up. And maybe get superconductor if I absolutely need it. Like I have 2 more things I can put down. I can just put them down right here. Maybe even just build glass furnaces immediately. Look, okay, there goes silicon back down. I'm still making a lot of money out of them, but I can just turn them back to glass furnaces, hopefully. And then start buying my own stock like crazy. I mean, actually like crazy all the time. No, that's really painful. I wasn't expecting to actually get attacked there at all. That's quite unfortunate. These should be solar panels by now. I'm just trying to stay alive. Just trying to stay alive. There you go. There's that. Now I gotta start buying my own stock. The play is made. It's there. Die is cast, as it were. Maybe I wait just a little bit to just to see if like anybody actually wants to start buying me. There is this fact that I am ahead in upgrades right now. Bradbury has a crazy amount of cash, though, and I am starting to spiral. So I have got to get this dealt with immediately, because the sheer amount of money he has just sitting around. Like, that debt, that interest rate ticked, and my stock price just started plummeting like crazy. Now, with any luck, they all kind of get in the way of each other here. Unfortunately, Bradbury went for an upgrade instead of buying into me. That's not what I was looking for at all. My stock price is starting to recover a little bit now that I've got all this going on right here. I'm going to tank power real fast, and then we'll go from there, I suppose. Let's go ahead and grab virtual reality. That would be the only world where I have a chance of actually winning this game, in my opinion. So I think it's a nice little tie-in to the game state right now, the idea of virtual reality. Reduced power consumption, I can't afford to fight over. I really wish other people would a little bit. I kind of need a new claim, quite badly. Because I would love to rotate these into something else and just have these sit there running on their own little power generation. Because as you can see, even at night, I have 1.6 extra power right now. So I would love to get out of these and into something else. What? I don't really know. But something. Something that I can make work effectively. Let's go after nanotech. Maybe just chem labs, actually. But I want a new claim to go along with them. Like, I want this new claim for 20k. For sure. I'm just selling glass like crazy, letting everybody else catch up like crazy at this point. Because it's kind of what I feel I have to do. Dirty Rat tried to break our stuff. That did not go well for them, thankfully. There go the chem labs. Clark is upgrading tech, which is definitely a bit of a concern and something I also need to get into. So we're going to get that started right now, if at all possible. And then, probably going to press this pay debt button as many times as it takes. Not a good state to be in. Not a good state to be in at all. Thankfully, we've kind of split a lot of our stuff most of the time. No magnetic storms have really hit. Everybody's been busy punching each other instead of us, which is great. Exactly the kind of position we want to be in. Start auto supply. Thank you. And we'll just try and make it work. We'll just try and make it work. I do have this mutiny sitting around now, which is fantastic. Surprised nobody wanted financial instruments this game. It seems like a good game for that. Just throwing it out there. Let's see. I never really checked Offworlds. Okay. Bradbury's probably going to take this one. As you can see, he's got Offworlds and Engineering Labs flying up already. And there is a fantastic Offworld this game in Oxygen. We're just going to have to play it slow from the back, unfortunately. I already got one. Go away. Done with you. Look at Bradbury and his sheer amount of money. Like, Bradbury is just so far ahead of everybody this game. I let myself die because on level 3 I built food instead of power. That was a terrible decision. I could have had this game if not for that crucial misstep. And when I say crucial misstep, I actually mean like horrible, awful misplay. Are the actual words for that, but I try and ignore those a lot. Teleportation could have actually been pretty good this game. The reason I didn't go Cold Fusion, by the way, is because by the time I got to the patent office, it felt like Cold Fusion was not going to be doing a whole lot for me. Like, power prices were already falling, water was rising, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense long term. Bradbury is definitely going to run away with this whole thing at this point, I think. He is in such a fantastically amazing position. Like, look at this. He's got the Offworld down, functional. He's got the engineering labs. People are still attacking me for some reason. I don't know how that makes any degree of sense. Who actually mutinied me? Because if it wasn't Bradbury, it says a player. I don't know. Go away. I don't need you. I don't need you in my life. Get out of here. Thank you. Now, I did eventually want a pleasure dome. I have an extra claim. Why do I have an extra claim? Am I dumb? Or did it give me one? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm dumb. I'll take that. I mean, that's reasonable. What can I do with an extra claim? I could try and get to an Offworld, but that just paints a bigger target on my back than I've already got. So I think Engineering Lab... Why are we attacking me? Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this that's going on right now. I mean, look at it. It's just like I'm working. I'm just functional. Are there holograms this game? Nope, I'm definitely an Offworld that can get adrenaline boosted anytime its owner pleases. But nobody bothers and nobody cares, so Bradbury's just gonna run away with the whole thing.
And we screw with you.
It might have been Bradbury that hit me, right? It might have been. I find it unlikely. Herbert actually taking teleportation. Herbert's being all weird today, in my opinion. Like, what's teleportation going to do for him? That's just a little bit ridiculous. It feels like another one of those hits against me when it's like, but I don't have anything. I don't have things. I'm dead over in this corner here. I don't know if you noticed. We'll just do this. Keep me a little bit more alive for the moment. I really thought that number was going to go lower. Did I really miss interest by just that much? I did. So interest hit, and you could see how that affected and ballooned everything immediately. Well, I mean, we're making money, right? We're getting that oxygen production upgraded, which I've just gone all out on this game. Hopefully other people build off-worlds and kind of make it work for us, okay? No real guarantee, but we'll see what happens. I could buy something.
Let this be a lesson to you.
Oh, look at that! Somebody decided to actually dynamite the silly little off-world market. Who knew? I mean, I know that's probably the second one that's been thrown at it, but, like, it needs to be assailed constantly. It's just a miracle it never got adrenaline boosted, quite frankly. Auto supply, thank you.
7,000.
Energy Vault and Cold Fusion, only things left. Cold Fusion could be okay. Herbert bidding himself up again, that's kind of nice. I guess we'll take Cold Fusion. Just trying to hold on, a little bit at a time. Now that's all those upgrades done. Don't know how these are doing. I mean, we have carbon scrubbing, which is nice. Note that we've got the little broken carbon thing again. That used to be in the game a long time ago. Like, this was in the game when it first released. This broken carbon symbol going on, and now it's back. I don't know why that is. But it was in the game from the very beginning. Because I very specifically remember talking about it, like, as I was looking at it, and then somebody calling me out, and it's like, no, it's clearly just like an image not found type of thing going on there. So maybe just shh. I remember that very specifically, because people are idiots. Let's get out of these and on into glass again. Hopefully that'll work okay. Maybe upgrade some glass, try and make that work. I am getting out of debt slowly but surely, so I think I'm going to go ahead and, because I've pushed my debt into the kind of that BB range, start going after Herbert. It looks like my only play, quite literally. Like, literally the only thing I can do. Scrap out of this guy, pop down a Pleasure Dome, finally. And then sit back and watch Bradbury just take the entire game from here. Absolutely, literally the entire game. I mean, it's not even going to be close. It's going to be pretty gross. I guess I could move these. That gives me some glass, gives me more oxygen production, which sounds kind of nice. I think it's hilarious that when oxygen is fully upgraded, by the way, it produces an equal amount of fuel, basically. It's not even equal. I wonder what kind of rounding is causing that situation. Because it should be equal, right? It should be dead on, but something is getting rounded somewhere that's causing oxygen production to just be a little bit weaker. Just a little bit. Herbert has pushed to an off-world, so he is kind of our goal at this point, getting him purchased. I could get an off-world down at this point, I think. I think I could build an off-world and have it not be absolute and complete trash. I'm going to buy an adrenaline boost to go along with it, even. It is a bit of a concern that it costs a ridiculous amount of steel, and I'm probably going to have to scrap steel in order to make it happen. But we'll just have to see what happens, really. I mean, there's no way around it. Unfortunately, we don't have the only... Look at this. His Pleasure Dome is close to the colony, so it gets almost as much as my Pleasure Dome with virtual reality. There's the buy. On to Red Sparrow. Which, of course, means that this game will be over very, very, very soon, as nobody, as I called so long ago, is going to be able to keep up with Bradbury. Now, I can try popping that. I shouldn't have done that yet, though. I should have done this first, and then exploded it to make him pay a high repair cost for it, guaranteed. I think he's still paying that high repair cost, but it's not as high as it could have been. I'm going to use my adrenaline boost on my off-world, because it's defended, and why wouldn't I? I actually don't have enough power for all my stuff right now, which is interesting. I'm losing power right now. It's impressive. Alright, let's swap these guys back over to food. Thank you, Nanotech, for being dumb. And let's see. These are actually okay because I think I managed to pick up slant drilling this game. Yes. Which is actually being helpful, interestingly enough. I'm going to start 2 launches and maybe get another Offworld down at some point. I don't really know where I'll put it. But we can pretend that I have enough space for another Offworld in here somewhere. For sure, definitely. We're good pretenders. Okay, yep, there's all that. Probably should have just planted it on the Offworld itself. Would have been a bit of a better call, but oh well. I guess we can cancel out of that. Not going to worry about the shortage going on that we can't abuse. I guess we can go into an Offworld. It's not the end of the world, right? I mean, it's just bad. But it's not 100% like super awful. It's just bad. Because all of our plays are bad right now. I have pushed debt down to a reasonable level. I'm going to consider that a success in and of itself this game, considering everything that's been going on. It's been a weird game, guys. It's been a weird game. Oh, let's upgrade electronics a little bit. Why not? I could have upgraded steel some, but it's like, why bother? I've got a mutiny available. That's kind of nice to see. Hopefully my Offworld doesn't just get blown up. I could adrenaline boost it again, but that's kind of dangerous. On the other hand, it's kind of my only play right now, so I'm going to do it anyway. It also boosts my dome, it boosts my steel mill. Maybe I'll be okay. Probably not, but maybe. I've been messing these up, so all my carefully laid anti-magnetic storm nonsense isn't doing anything for me anymore. Herbert is halfway to buying us, which is a bit terrifying, honestly, but you know, whatever. Yeah, let's keep those launches going. Why not? Let's just keep all the launches going. Apparently my Offworld actually finished. I lost that one from a mutiny almost immediately, so let's cancel that, sell stuff down. Bright side, Herbert is maneuvering instead of going for the kill on me just yet. Oh, there's a carbon shortage. That makes a lot of sense, actually. He does kind of have good control of that carbon market this game. Now, unfortunately, this is going to get stolen from me any moment, even with the boost. The boost is still functional, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. We're okay, we're okay. These are bad. They can go into those, I suppose. These, are they going to do anything for me the rest of this game? I kind of need to just live right now. Which means maybe doing some of this instead. 367 is what we're looking at. We're actually almost there. It's pretty darn close. Why isn't this, like, when you're doing mutinies and stuff, I've noticed that the Offworld launches just kind of super break on you. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know why that is. But it is the case. Got PB Head purchased with his silly carbon plays. And we'll see what happens from here. Getting blown up. I wonder if the boost increases repair speed. Yes, it does. That's worth paying attention to. The boost does increase repair speed. I've never actually had to investigate that before, so it's good to know. I do have a bunch of Offworlds, but he has more. He's just ahead in every single way right now. I'm not entirely sure what I can do about that, besides just sit here boosting, while I know that his black market is on cooldown. And then doing something super dumb like shorting chems? Maybe shorting chems? I mean, we've got a lot of chem production with this boost. Maybe it'll work out. It's kind of hard to say exactly. Oxygen production is going strong. We don't have much debt to pay down, and we need $900,000 more dollars, whereas he needs like $500,000 more dollars-ish. So we're still in a terrible position, and in no way are we going to win this game. But we have made it interesting. Once again, if the debt thing hadn't happened, I'd probably be just fine. But the debt thing happened. Getting blowed up. Thankfully, it's not very expensive to repair, but it does cost a lot of time, which is kind of an issue. Let's make more oxygen. Sure, why not? Just make all the oxygen in the entire world. I don't know how his tech is doing. It's probably fine. He's also making all the oxygen in the world. He's not making all the chems in the world, which is worth paying attention to for sure. I'm just gonna try something stupid and see if it works a little bit. See if it helps out at all. And then maybe from there we'll try one of these, right? I don't think he's got any of that coming in. Nope, not really. So we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. It's not a big deal. We're just trying. We're just trying some weird, stupid things occasionally to see if we can make them work, right? That's all. That's all we've got is doing weird, stupid things to try and make them work. I'll go ahead and sell out now. I don't know if sending oxygen is actually the right call right now off-world, which is a bit weird. It's definitely not. I should cancel those. Maybe actually send some chem. Shoot. It's actually alright. Alright. Well, then what we can maybe do from that, start doing that kind of thing. I do have 4 off-worlds. I should be using all of them, I think. Yeah, start that send up as well. Hopefully that's okay. Now we're just kind of sending both, which means, okay, that is still functional. We need to stop that. We need to do some of this. Hopefully he doesn't have any coming in, and we can actually get away with our stupid play right now, right? No guarantee. No guarantee whatsoever we can get away with our really, really, really stupid play. But when you're this far behind, stupid plays are all you have. I should be doing that instead. 86%. We are nowhere near that, I don't think. Come on, stupid play. Stupid play is not really working. He does have some carbon coming in. He actually has it researched as well, so I might be in trouble here. Might have just thrown away a whole bunch of money. We'll see what happens with that. Oh yeah, he's up at 100% now. All of a sudden, just bam. I imagine he got some off-world launches done. I tried to make the push happen. I don't really know what amount of money I ended at, but... it was just that dead at the start. I just forgot power. It's like, well, when you forget power, you just kind of die. Fuel would be so much better. Fuel would be so much better to what? To send? I didn't see the fuel send price. Unfortunately. PB had got 3 launches. Blues, okay, I called Blues running away with it. Blues ran away with it. No big surprise there. He actually sold a lot of carbon. Like, I just handed him the game with our very last stupid move because I didn't see his carbon production. I didn't even notice this was here. If I'd noticed this, unfortunately, this is just a result of, hey, spot this line, right? Like, you can't see that line from here. It's been an issue. It's stayed an issue. Hopefully it'll get fixed at some point. I should have shorted something else. I should have shorted water, realistically. Because he didn't have this water. I had this water. He had some water, but water was getting expensive for a reason. In any case, I should have shorted water instead of carbon. That stupid play lost me the game immediately, but, you know, sometimes you have to make stupid plays when you're that far behind to try and pull back, so I don't regret it. It's just kind of awkward, and I could have made a better stupid play. Build power. Yeah, that's the lesson I should learn from that game. We fought back, actually, a lot more effectively than I thought we were going to. We fought back, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Wasn't quite enough. With the ridiculous lead that Blues had that whole time, it just wasn't enough. All right.